Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe my channel. The air crackled with anticipation. The stage lights of The Price is Right felt hotter than usual, and the energy from the crowd was a physical force, buzzing with a mixture of hope and hysteria. Drew Carey, the ever-jovial master of ceremonies, stood between two contestants, their faces a mask of nerves and excitement. This was it. The final moment. The showcase showdown. One contestant, a bubbly grandmother from Iowa named Betty, had already bid on her showcase. A lavish trip to Hawaii, a brand new convertible, and a home theater system. Her bid was a little over $42,000. It was a good, solid bid, but in the chaotic world of The Price is Right, good doesn't always cut it. Then there was David, a young guy, probably early 20s, wearing a t-shirt and jeans. He looked like he just stumbled in from a late-night study session. His showcase was equally stunning. A brand new luxury SUV, a year's supply of gourmet coffee, and a high-tech kitchen makeover. The total value was well over $50,000. Drew turned to him, the microphone poised. "All right, David, what's your bid?" The crowd went silent. You could feel the collective intake of breath. This wasn't just about a car or a trip. This was about a dream, a moment that could change a life. This was the moment where everything came together. The moment you've been practicing for since you were a kid, watching from your living room floor. David looked at his showcase, his eyes wide with a mixture of awe and disbelief. He took a deep breath, and then another, and then he said it. The words that would send shockwaves through the studio and across the country. "Drew," he started, his voice a little shaky. "I've been thinking about this all day. I've been a fan of the show forever, and I know what I have to do." He paused, and the suspense was almost unbearable. Was he going to lowball it, go way over? "My bid is $1. A collective gasp ripped through the audience. A few people even laughed, thinking it was a joke. Drew's face, usually a canvas of playful smiles, was a mask of confusion. "Drew, $1, David? Are you sure?" David nodded, his face serious now. "Yes, Drew, my bid is $1. For a second, it felt like time stopped. Drew, the seasoned veteran, was momentarily speechless. He looked at the cameras, then back at David, who stood there, calm and resolute. The moment stretched on, the tension so thick you could almost taste it. Drew finally turned to the prize board. His voice hushed. "All right, the actual retail price of Betty's showcase was $42,100. Her bid was $42,000. She was $100 away." A ripple of sympathetic murmurings went through the crowd. Close, but no cigar. The dream for Betty was over. Now all eyes were on David. The cameras zoomed in on his face, a mix of hope and sheer terror. The crowd held its breath. Drew turned to the board. "The actual retail price of David's showcase is $56,789. David's face fell. He'd bid $1. He was thousands of dollars away. It was a devastating defeat, a moment of profound disappointment. But then, Drew's voice rang out again, filled with the note of pure, unadulterated shock. "And your bid was $1. David, you win!" The crowd went wild. A roar erupted, people jumping out of their seats, screaming and cheering. David's jaw dropped. He looked at Drew, then back at the board, then back at Drew again, a look of pure, unadulterated disbelief. He had won. He had won the showcase showdown with a bid of $1. The camera panned to Betty, who was smiling and applauding. She knew. She had seen the raw, unscripted magic of The Price is Right. This wasn't about the money anymore. This was about the moment. The impossible, breathtaking, glorious moment. David was handed the keys to his new SUV, a look of stunned joy on his face. He was crying, laughing, and shaking all at once. The $1 bid, the one that everyone had laughed at, the one that seemed like a joke, was the one that had changed his life. This wasn't just a game show win. It was a victory of hope over logic, of belief over doubt. It was a moment that reminded all of us that sometimes the most audacious, ridiculous, and seemingly impossible move is the one that leads to the greatest reward. So, the next time you're facing a tough decision, remember David. Remember the $1 bid. Because sometimes all it takes is a little bit of faith, a healthy dose of courage, and a willingness to do something completely, utterly, and brilliantly insane.